Well, get on your safari hats, get ready to see the exhibits. Today, we're taking a stop at the zoo. We had some exciting activities going on. There was security lined up on both sides at the student section and the fans the other way because these are some dangerous animals, so they don't want people on the field any longer. Let's take a look at why. So we brought Jalon Daniels, and we haven't seen this species of bird in about 14 years. That's because they don't really exist. There's no real Jayhawks, but this Jayhawk, Jalon Daniels, was very dangerous when he got outside the pocket. So you try to bring pass rush, you try to pressure him and force him out to his throwing shoulder. The problem is when you get pass rush from one side, this quarterback is heady, he's smart, he's gonna replace it. And once you let this bird out of the cage, he's gonna run free, he's going to attack. That bite really hurts, so you don't want to allow him out of his box. How do you do that? You gotta cage this bird. So you gotta make sure Jalon Daniels stays in the pocket. When he does, he's a danger to himself and to his teammates. Throw way out of target. That's an interception. So we said last week that we were guaranteed an interception from Jalon Daniels. Did we get it? Well, we bailed Khalil Jacobs out. It starts as a 5-man pressure, now it's 4. Then Josiah Trotter works as a spy. It's only a 3-man pressure, and you might think, won't he be able to outrun them? Not if they run a cage. You're going to engage the offensive lineman, but you're really not trying to win this rep necessarily more than you're trying to keep him in his cage. You'll see the front side defensive end attack the upfield shoulder so that he can't roll around the defense and get the first down with his legs. Josiah Trotter, meanwhile, is the spy. His most important job here is to occupy these 2 offensive linemen, and if he does escape, make the tackle. It doesn't happen, though. That cage bird panics. We get an interception from Dalen Carnell to put this football game away, almost exactly as predicted. Now, we saw defensively that when he's in the pocket and can't throw, it's even worse. That's an offensive coordinator's nightmare, the way he holds that football like a loaf of bread just out. You're going to get a turnover off that is what we thought. So when Zion Young is your defensive end, he told us in the presser, right? He's not just a little cat. That's not a little kitty cat. Nah. That's a tiger. And what does a tiger do? It pounces. So when the guy's supposed to block him eats turf before he ever gets to where he's supposed to go, Zion Young's gonna pounce and swipe that arm that has the football away. Now the ball gets bounced into the end zone, and Zion Young has 2 sack fumble into the end zone type of plays in his time at Faroe. That's pretty incredible. But that's not the most dangerous tiger you've seen. Actually, the most dangerous tiger is the one you don't see. Let's see how the Mizzou offense got themselves into these positions. Watching Wagner film, right, we said if you can just confuse the assignments in man coverage for 1 second, you can outrun the entire defense. And if Wagner can do it, so can NWO. Well, check this out. Marquise Johnson on the slant hitch frees Daniel Blood for just that 1 extra second that he needed, right? It only takes 1 step in man coverage, and he gets upfield, and a beautiful ball by Bo Pribula. Now watch this play, right? Kevin Coleman's gonna do a disappearing act. Where does he go? It's pretty simple. Just across the line of scrimmage right behind, but it's man coverage, so every single person that he passes by in the secondary has to change their assignment. I got him. Hey, your man. All that communication. Luckily, they are able to cover Kevin Coleman, but at what cost? The man supposed to cover Brett Norfleet doesn't see him leave the offensive line. Now he's free on the sideline while the man's supposed to cover him still in the middle of the field. He thinks that he's just now the hole player because his man's blocking. That's not the case. Watch him look over and realize just at the last second, but at this point it's already too late. Brett Norfleet streaking down the field, touchdown, because you never saw the Tiger coming. They pounce, they make a big play. Now if you're Mizzou, you've got a full belly, but by the time you get to practice Monday, the celebration is over. It's time to prepare for Louisiana if you're Mizzou. We'll talk about how in the next episode of Sideline Study Hall on Thursday. Back to you, Jacob.